Sorry, give me 1 second. If we want to drop a feast and cauldron, that'd be good.
Did someone say cauldron?
Chugga 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 choo choo.
I said cauldron.
Okay, cauldron down in the back.
Just one or two.
Chugga 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 choo choo.
One if you're an alchemist, because it lasts for 2 hours. 2 for everybody else. Take one, drink one, and take one in your bag.
Thank you for answering that question.
No problem. Pretty much the only thing I know about WoW, so...
Did the cauldron already run out?
It looks like.
And how many people did not get Flask?
I did not get one, but I've got some in my bag of my own.
Okay, and I'm more than happy to make you one if you want to. Because I haven't had one yet either. I usually wait till everybody gets one. So if you want to use one of yours, that's fine, but I can... Got mats to make you one if you'd like. Okay.
I'll just use mine.
Okay.
Who's trying to turn us on and move things?
Someone's taking selfies.
All right. So a couple of comments or some ways to approach this fight tonight. The DPS priority is definitely going to be the ad phases. So you want to save cooldowns for those, like I mentioned. A little bit of a tweak of last week, or from Sunday. When your group finishes, you go directly to red. We are not killing a boss until the red ad is dead. The other thing to think about, and I'm going to try to call this out, when the apocalypse protocols are about, or the ad phases are about to start, you want to make sure you're positioned near your ad, so that way you can jump onto that ad as quickly as possible. Because of the way the damage bonus works, it applies. It starts decreasing over time, so the sooner you get on that ad, the better. So if you want to think about the right priorities here, it's during ad phase, it's cooldowns and burn them down quickly. During the Kingaroth phases, it's more or less a just stay alive phase and put out what damage you can. But the focus during those phases is to just stay alive. As far as lust goes, it's going to be during one of the ad phases. I'm just sort of, let me just check which one we're going to use it on. Let's save lust for the third ad rotation. I'll call that out though. And I might change that based on how things are going. Any questions on that? Any questions on our approach?
No, sir.
I'm going to stick with, right now we're running 3 healers. I might call out for someone to swap to healing, since we don't have Root tonight. But Malcow, Brian, let's have you focus on the raid during the Kingaroth phases, and Maelstrom on the tanks for this. And let's see how this feels.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got a Ruiner.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And then after this Ruiner, we're going to go into the ad phases so you can get into position.
2, 1.
Everyone should be on red.
Four, 3, 2.
Reset away
1.
from red zone. Ruiner, watch that.
Four, 3,
Ruiner.
2, 1.
Apocalypse Protocol, get to your
4,
spots.
3, 2, 1.
Had a bomb go off right in front of us.
Alright, everyone jump off. It's okay. That was still a pretty good first attempt.
I have a question.
I have an answer, hopefully.
When we target the ads, they seem to be taking a lot of damage. Is there like an area that I should be standing or not standing?
What are you taking damage from? Is it the meteors?
Not the meteors. I don't know though.
No, it's just constant ticking damage, Matt. It's a heal intensive fight.
Yes.
You're taking
the
damage
meteors,
from Flames of the Forge.
Yeah, so there is definitely taking damage here.
Sorry, I was a little distracted. Audrey woke up and started screaming. And Audrey's not, and Jordan's not home yet. So she's asleep again, hopefully.
No problem. So, yeah, during the Apocalypse Protocol, there's definitely a lot of damage. But you can avoid the meteors, but some of it's unavoidable.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know if, since the path looks like it's on flames, it's not really though.
Yeah, the where the markers are, you don't want to be there when the ads move past them, because then it turns to fire and bad. But yeah. There's like if the ground is on fire or it has the swirlies, don't stand in it. Otherwise, there is just passive damage here. Let's do this again. Same group makeup. I'll be making some changes throughout. I just get through these couple first learning attempts.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ruiner, dodge it.
4, 3.
And then you're going to go right into the ad so you can get into spot.
My bad, it spawned right on top of me as I was walking away from it.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
You guys probably aren't going to have enough damage, so why don't you drop off?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Sacrios, why don't you go healing?
Okay, will do.
And the other thing is you're in the orange group, not the purple group.
Alright.
And Quillos, there isn't an rage timer, but the ads will overwhelm you. Other than that change, the other thing for J-Shiv and Paul, one thing that could help us, if you want to drop a demonic portal between your ad, or sorry, demonic gateway between your ad and the red one.
I can do that.
That could help people transition a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
It is on your call, Duke.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ruiner. Make sure you dodge it.
4,
And we're gonna go right into the ads.
2, 1.
I'm down, but
Let's get knocked off.
hang on just a minute. Don't do it quite yet. Okay, go ahead. I don't want to get hit by Nord.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Make sure you're running to the outside of the ring for the red orbs. Watch the Ruiner. Yeah, let's just drop.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So there was a big burst of damage as soon as the ad started last time. Did we run into a purple ball?
Like 2 or 3 in a row.
Yes.
Okay.
And when we get a second, can we summon Brundlefly?
Now, did people accidentally get hit by them?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm guessing.
it's all good. Just gotta watch those.
Yep. So definitely for this, the tanks should be the one popping those purple spheres. So the main things that we can think about for this attempt, let's make sure that we're avoiding them And they're always going to be rotating in the same direction, which is clockwise, I think. They're
That's
coming
correct.
from your right. So just keep an eye on your right. And make sure and if you have to stop DPS to not get hit, if you have to give it a second before getting on the ad during the transitions, take the time to do it right. The same goes for the meteors. I know I said that, hey, these are, it's a DPS priority, but we have enough. So just make sure you're taking the time to do it right, to stay alive, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, during the ad phase, the healing is really intensive.
Yes.
So staying alive is also important.
So, that's actually a good point, Henderson. Yeah, so Reverberating Strike. This is mostly something from melee to watch out for, but you will target a random melee person and hit you with an attack and leave behind a marker in the ground. And the attack does an AoE effect. And every time he casts Reverberating Strike, all of the markers also give off the AoE effect. So melee, try not to be near other melee, and also make sure you're away from the markers. It's a pretty short radius, but something to watch out for. Any other questions?
Does he drop a healing trinket? I'm playing.
I actually don't think he does.
He doesn't. I was playing. Let's kill him.
I think both of his trinkets are real bad. The melee and tank ones, anyway.
Ooh, we need a gem in that slot. It's a 9/10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, 3, 2.
Looks like standing in melee's good right now. For balls.
Ruiner. And again, right into the ads.
3, 2, 1.
Well, David, looks like I owe you gold.
Sure do. As ranged, I can definitely confirm that.
What
Rip.
happened? Remember to run away from the reds. Or if you have red, run away from people.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And reset away from the red marker. We've got a ruiner.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Ruiner. add soon. Get ready for it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3.
Now remember to soak the green markers,
4, 3,
the little ones.
2, 1.
We've got a ruiner near the ad.
Beware.
Only one person needs to. It doesn't split the damage.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. We got a ruiner here. Sorry, I should have called that out. Alright, you guys can jump off.
How much
Good progress, though.
How much did you get hit to her, Duke? I was watching you and it went like
4,
from
3,
full to 0.
2, 1.
Did Duke DC?
What? No.
Maelstrom had a question.
How much did you get hit for there? I was watching your health. It looked like you were full, and then you were just out.
Said 9.8 million physical. I guess I got Forging Strike.
Is that avoidable, or?
I think that's his big tank swap thing, so I'm not quite sure what happened.
Did you have Shield of the Righteous up?
He probably got hit twice in a row by the
I don't know if we got on top of each other or what.
Oh, is that the tank swap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if we're standing near it too close to each other, it can hit you twice.
Oh, it doesn't.
Even yeah, even if you taunt correctly, if I ran over and stood on him, then he'd get hit twice anyway.
That is a good call out.
Not that it mattered at that time. I was just kind of curious.
Mike, this is like continually my worst boss as far as fighting or as far as healing goes, and it's been this way in heroic and normals. Do you have any suggestions for? I just always suck on this boss. I don't know what to do.
Sorry. The one thing I would probably say is you can stick to your groups. So in your case, 2 and 4. You know what? I'm gonna actually swap. Sakrios, I'm swapping you and Maelstrom. So that way you have a little bit more versatility, or oh man, what's the word? I'm like more variety in your healing. So that might help.
Because Junitaro and Sokros are definitely doing better right now, so splitting them up would be a good
plan
on this boss.
Let's split them up.
Are you wanting me on the other color?
Yeah, I'm swapping you and Maelstrom, so you're now in the purple color.
You got it.
The other thing is, Healing Rain's probably not super helpful in this. Just because so much movement is in this fight, especially during the ad phases. I would probably focus more on chain healing and getting the most out of tidal waves.
Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. I'll probably only drop Healing Rain on the ad when everyone's there in the middle or in the purple.
Yeah. The other thing is there's so many meteors that even if you drop it on the melee, I'm wondering how much it'll even go off.
You're right. Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna try and not do Healing Rain, do Chain Heal in its place. Okay, thank you. I get frustrated because I know that's not helping the group at all. So.
It's okay. Feel it out. That's just wild speculation on my part.
Katie, are you having any mana issues at all?
No, but if I pop a lot of chain heals, I will. But that's okay. I can take a potion, or I can worry about that.
Yeah, I guess worry about it if it happens. I'm just wondering if I have a mana trinket on me right now that I'm using that way I can keep up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. This is a tough fight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna get a Ruiner right into the ads.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, 3, 2,
Reset positions.
1.
Watch the Ruiner.
Four, 3, 2.
We got another Ruiner coming up. And we're gonna get ads soon, so get into position for that. Watch these orbs that are spinning.
3, 2,
4,
1.
3. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Reset.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Ruiner.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Another Ruiner.
Is it possible to ask for an innervate?
4,
That's Brian's call. We've got ads soon.
1.
Give me a sec.
Bust.
It's gonna have to wait. You were too far away.
All good in the neighborhood.
If we have a res, let's get Sakuya up.
4, 3, 2.
Run away the red. Ruiner near the ad.
Sakras, where are you?
Purple.
He's over by purple.
4,
He's up top.
3, 2.
Do you need that innervate?
Yeah.
That was bad.
I have another BR.
Do we have a BR?
2 minutes.
Okay. Well, when it's up, get Brian up. Another Ruiner.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3,
And then into the ads.
1.
Oh, it's killed the other low one.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Watch the Ruiner. Kill the
focus?
Demolisher. Or Decimator.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Got a Ruiner. Right on the ad.
Down, but I don't think there's a B-res up.
In 5 seconds, there's.
Excellent.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4,
Just kill the decimator.
2.
Nice.
Nice job, guys.
Well done.
I have
The
a
ads
mass.
hurt the boss when they die, so that's why we were killing it first. It had less health.
Yes. So when you kill the ads, it deals 4% damage to the boss.
I'll throw out a mass res here, Brian. Thank you.
I just did. Hopefully everyone got
you
it.
did. Yep, thank you.
Can I roll
Wow.
on that? Do you need that life relic?
It's all yours, man. Oh yeah. Hold on. We should probably. roll
Yeah.
for
Let's organize this one at a time. So just link it in chat. Let the rolls go off, and then if someone else, and then once one of the rolls is over, go to the next one. So we'll do that one first.
Oh, what are the chances of that happening?
Can rogues even use?
Rogues
a-
can't use a life.
They started on the ring that I linked, but just do
Oh.
that first.
Yeah, we'll save those rolls for the rings.
So which one do I acknowledge?
Malcow wins that.
So there's 2 rings. I don't know if Maelstrom, if you needed that, we could give the higher eye level 1 to Brundle, and then I could give mine to the rogue.
Did we already roll?
Well,
Oh, are we rolling for
Let's-
both rings? I thought we were rolling for one
No.
at a time.
yeah, so okay, so we've got 2 rings up. Is that what's up happening?
Well, I don't know if Maelstrom doesn't.
I'll
need
roll
that
for
ring or not.
the 950.
If you're gonna give an item up for trade or for roll, send me a tell with the link. So that way I'll just organize it.
Thanks, Gary. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are we rolling for right now?
See, there was 2 of those. I didn't know if you wanted to split the rolls or just like take the 2 highest from the rolls, give one the higher eye level 1, and then the other one the other ring. If Maelstrom didn't need his, is the thing.
All right, so Maelstrom's also giving it away, so we'll give out the 2 highest for those.
So are we rolling now for it, or are we counting those rolls before?
After I linked it. So I linked it. We got a whole bunch of rolls in. Anyone else want to roll on the rings? So it looks like 1 goes to Hannersonia and 1 goes to me. All right. 1 goes to me and 1 goes to Paul. So, Maelstrom, you have the higher one, right?
Yeah, so it goes to you, right?
Yep, and then the other one goes to Minimizers. Yours goes to Paul.
Cool.
All right, let's kill this dude. And then just so everyone knows, we're going to take a break after the trash, so let's just get through this real quick and then we'll... Yeah, so there's some things we need to learn about Varimathras, but it shouldn't be too bad. Make sure we spread out for this guy, especially ranged. If you have the debuff, make sure you're not spreading to someone else. Spread out, and then stand still.
Witches! You call them.
Paladins.
Twisting the spirits of the Titans, forcing them to use their might to serve the Legion.
Should they fall to darkness, Sargeras will have the power he needs to claim the final title.
I don't know how paladins are slow. You guys can get on your mount.
They're like the second slowest tank.
Death Knights are the slowest.
Where Agrimar Stride is a viable option. We're going to take a 5-minute break.
Do you want me to go back DPS for this fight? It can be pretty intense.
Yeah, let's have you stick to healing. We've got enough people to warrant 4 healers.
Gotcha.
So you have to switch to Agrimar Stride from the trash so you can run faster to it. And then switch back to Sauron's Resolve.
Alright, gotta go take a break.
There is a lot of other non-shadow damage that we need to be healing through. And we had enough damage for Kingaroth, which means we have enough damage for this dude.
Do we keep all the Legion of Legendaries after this?
No.
Does anyone have a tube? Tobe?
I do. You can open trade with Iron Brew.
Thank you.
Your
Five, four, three, two, one.
This is an AFK check. Okay. So, this is normal, but a bit more difficult. Tanks, something for you to worry about. The Shadow Strike debuff is a frontal cleave. So there's kind of two different approaches you can take to this. You need to make sure that you are in range of each other. And so you're not triggering the Alone in the Darkness effect, but not also on top of each other, so you're getting the cleave effect. So the two ways is you can sort of, if you stand almost on top of him, but like a step back, you will be in range of Alone in the Dark, and then out of the range of the cleave, so you just rotate. The other option is you sort of form an X with the across on the other side of the moon and green markers. so that way his side is facing the raid, and then that way the cleaves are spread out like that. I'll leave it to you guys to sort of figure out what works best for you guys. For the rest of the raid, the main things that we need to worry about, the Torment of Flames debuff, which is just raid-wide AoE effect, changes throughout the fight. For the first 2 minutes, it's the same, just fire damage. For 2 to 4 minutes, it switches to Torment of Frost, which basically reads, we get a 40% snare for that time period. That definitely means you are moving. That's going to be a problem for the transitions. And in the last 2 minutes, the 4 to 6 mark, we get Torment of the Fell, which means it just stacks damage. So healers, that's when it's going to get rough. And then the last thing that we need to worry about is the Necrotic Embrace. So there's going to be 2 things that you're going to get called out in DBM: Necrotic Embrace and Marked Prey. Marked Prey you continue to ignore because our warriors will be able to intercept that and charge through it. If you get targeted by Necrotic Embrace, you need to first make sure that you are topped off. Then you need to go 10 yards behind the raid for it to explode and wear off. Because if Necrotic Embrace, it's an AoE shadow effect, so if that goes off in the raid, it will wipe us almost immediately, because we'll get the shadow healing debuff.
Now, does DBM... know it'll say when it's coming up. Is it going to say who it targets so we know who to top off before they move back?
I'm not entirely sure because I haven't done this on Heroic. Okay. I posted a link to the Wowhead visual guide in the guild chatter, and it gives you a rough idea of what that looks like. So the tanks are swapping in front of the boss. We're moving back between green and moon. And then if you get Necrotic Embrace, make sure you're topped off and then get out of the raid. If, for whatever reason, you are not getting topped off, it is better to run away and die than to explode Necrotic Embrace on the raid. It's also possible, if you want to think about it, to hit defensive cooldowns before you step out of the raid. So that way the Alone in the Dark and the Necrotic Embrace will be absorbed. And we are going to start on the green marker, because green means go. And we are going to Lust on Pull.
For us visuals, would maybe a marker approximately 10 yards behind for people to run to? Do you think that would be helpful?
Yes. I agree with her. Just saying, that was fine.
Also agree with Malcow.
I think these are far enough back, but we'll adjust to it.
Here, someone get close to me. Stop. Wait, too many. Just one person. Andrew, back up. David, actually...
So I'm on the yellow marker, if you want to target me for range.
I think that's good, yeah. I think it's a little farther than it needs to be, but oh well.
That's fine. You're going to... the same effects are going to happen.
Got a reflask?
Yes, everyone reflask. Any questions about this? Good luck, Turkey is present.
polar bear.
Five.
Oops. Junichiro was standing there.
Everyone should be on the green marker. Unless you have Necrotic Embrace, you should be on the...
Beware.
4, 3,
That's very obviously my fault.
1.
It's okay.
G kick.
Also gives tanks a chance to practice their positioning.
2, 1.
We're going to be listening on the poll, but that poll is a little messy, so I wouldn't judge that.
A little messy. Mike, you're too kind.
I am very careful with my words.
Hey, Hanner, can I repair off of your mount there real quick if you don't mind? Or someone?
It's Tacken, sure.
Is that you, Tack? Oh, it's not. Yeah, it is. Shoot.
Last time I checked, it was me.
We'll check again. Alright, this time I'm not going to be a dummy. Brian baited me. He was standing on green.
Yeah, blame me. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm definitely blaming you. You were standing on green.
Because I'm the one who pulled him.
No.
I just heard a confession.
Yes, I suppose you did. Nah, I don't care.
I wonder why that changed. Maybe he knew the DBM timer was going off.
I always pull. It's fun. Here, I'll do it now.
Wait, no, don't do that.
We could all run out the back.
Alright, I just deposited 2,000 gold in the guild bank as penance.
Oh man, you're awesome.
Didn't need to do that, but it's appreciated.
No, it's penance. It was so bad.
So just as a reminder, we're all going to start on green. That is ranged and melee. Yeah, don't worry about it. Bundle fly. You should only be on yellow or blue if you have the Necrotic Embrace buff.
One question about Necrotic Embrace. Besides the DBM warning, is there any sort of visual cue?
I think there's just the debuff. I'm not sure.
Okay. Just wondering if like the screen turns purple or something.
I honestly don't know.
Okay. Yes. Your health bars are always dropping in this fight though, guys.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Draw your blades. I will show you storming.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So if you get marked by the prey, stay in the group.
My bad position.
Get him up if we can. Probably not worth it.
Yeah, it was too fast.
Yeah. All right.
Beware.
I don't know if it's possible to recover for them, but if you see a tank die, just throw out a BR.
Okay.
Like, don't wait for me to call it out. So Cutie. One thing to keep in mind, and this goes for everyone, so this isn't just for you. The way this fight works, if you are away, if you're more than 8 yards away from a person, you're going to take shadow damage and then get a debuff that prevents you from healing. And so the idea is you want to stay within 8 yards of a person at all times. You also do not want to be in front of the boss, because of the cleave effect that we were talking about for the tanks. Now, the dark fissures that spawn underneath you do not initially do shadow damage. So that's okay to when they first spawn. So what you actually want to do is wait for the last one to spawn and then immediately go to the next color. And we're just going to bounce between green and moon. Does that make sense? So, like, don't worry about taking the long way. You want to immediately go to your zone. And then Andrew called it out during the fight, but if you get hit by marked prey, you just want to sit still and let one of the melee soak it for you. Any questions?
Did the markers disappear?
They did.
I think I accidentally did that. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong button. I didn't even realize what I'd done. Until I looked over here and you mentioned that, Brandon.
You're welcome. I just thought something was up with my computer.
No. I click the little, I don't know what to call it, circle with the slash through it on the raid tools. I thought that would make the UI go away. It did not. It made all these go away.
It is a very misleading icon.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fisher stand.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, three, two, one.
Sorry, I tried to save him.
Beware.
It's okay.
What happened?
They both got the
Take that.
taunted it.
Oh yeah. It was like a giant bomb went off.
That's how this fight works.
That's fun.
this is kind of like Agrimar, where Tank's just gotta figure it out and get the rhythm right, and it'll happen.
It's all good.
It's one of the few times where it's not just a taunt on 3 stacks.
You're super patient with us. We can be patient with them. Thanks for all the food tonight, Tack. It's nice to have a feast every time.
No problem. Speaking of which, if you guys wouldn't mind putting some bacon in the guild bank, it'd be much appreciated.
If you see me online outside of a raid, remind me. I've got a bunch. I'll try to remember it, but I always forget.
There is a bacon quest in Val'sharah. Everyone go do it. You get 10 slices.
Okay, Harthing.
You can put it in the guild bank. There's a raid consumables tab. You can just put them right there. If you want to give it to Tack, you can shortcut that. But any herbs you also want to help with the cauldrons, all that's appreciated.
What's that bacon quest called? Does anyone know? I'm pulling it up right now and I don't see.
You have to have cooking. And I think you have to do the Nami quests to unlock it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just called Slab of Bacon. It's on the
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other requirements other than Nami and cooking.
But it puts a little, like, drumstick world quest icon on your map once a week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, three, two, one.
Fisher's soon.
We're dead.
Yep.
Beware.
Just stand right and stay stacked so we don't cleave us and die.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Weaklings, you surrender to the merest taste of what I have suffered.
Oh, it's gonna be a fast fight because he was already like at 75% or so.
Yeah.
In 1 minute 12 seconds.
Yeah, he's got like a 5.5 or 6 minute enrage timer.
Yeah, if 6 minutes we just die.
It's all good, tanks.
Are you guys swapping or are you using the triangle method?
Swapping. That one was my fault. I taunted on the wrong ability.
Got it.
It happens really fast, so it's one of those fights where we just have to be on the entire time.
Yep. It's like normal, but annoying. Yes, Andrew, open a trade with me. If anyone else needs a tome to respect, just open a trade with me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Draw your blades. I will show you torment. Let them all burn.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Weaklings, you surrender to the merest taste.
I gotta be res.
I have suffered.
Yeah. I know what's going on.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I didn't eat. Okay, good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I just got teleported up to Coven.
What?
I just got teleported up to Coven. Not sure how.
Beware.
Really didn't want to fight you.
4,
Apparently not. Sent me up to the next boss.
1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
And that's a white.
Someone was on the green marker a little early. Make sure you're not moving until the last fissure is spawning. You guys can just wait.
Weaklings, you surrender to the merest taste.
And Brian, to answer your previous question, the necrotic embrace gets marked with the diamond, the purple pinkish diamond.
Okay. I think people are saying something too.
I got
They
it.
are.
Yeah, I got it and ran out, but I didn't really matter to anyone. But since I was healing.
It's all good. I was just curious if you got like a visual cue. Besides,
And then I think you know, I think it just did a little blow up thing when it's off and you can run back in. Is what I saw. Did someone
Yeah,
else
there's
see
a
that
visual
too?
effect.
Okay.
That's a lot of tank damage. Is that typical?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, this fight, if you basically have less than one auto attack to taunt. So if you don't taunt right on when it says, and the other thing is it's not always saying when misery is on the other person, so you kind of have to watch it. But once the other person gets misery, if you don't taunt before the next auto attack, they're dead.
So kind of like KJ.
Yeah, except much less intervals. Or it's more constant anyway than KJ.
Okay. Okay.
Which makes an agony. I don't know if that's not an ability here. Misery. Oh, so misery is when you are away from a person.
Misery is
So
the
it's more than
cleave.
8. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Or if you take shadow damage. That's it. So if you take shadow damage, you can't get healed for 8 seconds. Oh, you also take 200% more physical damage. That
That's
would
the part
explain.
that kills the auto attack.
Yeah, any source of shadow damage. That could have been from the cleave. That could have been from the. Yeah, as long as you're near people and you're moving out of the fissures, I wouldn't worry about misery right now. There's we're still learning stuff, so. Weird accidental deaths should be expected.
Or
getting
teleportations to Covens, yeah.
Or just, yeah. Mile bugs out, sends you to another boss.
I feel like you should report that to Blizzard.
Yeah, I think I should.
Beware.
So don't go. You don't have to go all the way to Moonkeeper. A little bit.
1.
Four, three, two, one.
Fisher.
Beware.
4, 3,
GG.
2, 1.
Better that you died here, where she cannot claim you.
I don't know if it's worthwhile, but some people are saying the triangle strategy might work better, so that way you can focus on just the taunt rotation. So that way you're not worried about positioning as well as taunting at the right time.
We can try it.
You walk me through that.
So, if, let's say, if Varimathras is between the two, the moon and green markers, A tank will be in front of the markers. So you sort of form a triangle between Varimathras and you guys. And then that way the cleave directions will sort of go. I'll throw down a marker real quick. Let's say hypothetically Varimathras is on Skull. You have a tank on orange and a tank on purple. So that way the cleave effect will be directionally going behind you guys, and you can just stay put and tackle it that way.
I gotcha.
You just need to make sure that there's like a really tight balance because of the Alone in the Dark, but you should be okay if it's that positioned like that. Raid. That means there's going to be a wider cleave arc, so just make sure you're not in front of the boss.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
We can mic, guys.
Beware. So easily. Better that you died here, where she cannot claim you.
The last thing I'm going to call it is the markers are just rough guidelines, and this is mainly for the raid. I'm marking myself with orange, so we'll just position roughly around orange because we'll just need to adjust based on where he ends up standing.
Since you're a monk, is it possible to make you green?
I'm trying to not pick colors that I'm using for the raid stack, but I appreciate the thought. The yellow and blue markers are for the necrotic embrace. Yeah, we can drop a repair mount on the next run back.
But we're gonna down him this time.
Exactly. Sorry, I jinxed us.
Reverse jink. Many of my students say that they go into a test saying they're going to fail, and then they're very happy when they don't. That kind of thing.
It's a weird concept too.
A lot of kids do it, actually.
Yeah. Every time I think I'm gonna fail it, and like after I submit the test, I'm like I bombed the test. I get an A on it.
Yeah, you cannot hurt low expectations. Yep. I hope you don't fail all your tests. That would be very bad.
Yeah, I'm a 3.9 GPA student.
That's good.
Well, I'm 4.1.
You're amazing. I love you, Ron.
I had a birthday Saturday. I'm 5.3.
Cutie.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Four, three, two, one.
Beware.
Four, three, two, one.
Beware.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's better.
Progress.
So do the tanks Alone in the Darkness only trigger with other tanks?
Beware.
No, it can be anyone.
2, 1.
Why, did you have an idea?
Taste of what I have suffered.
Oh, what? We...
Potential customer. Glad I could help.
If that would help, we can definitely consider it. Although I think it's more getting the taunts timed better.
I'm not sure what applied misery that time. But it's not a taunting issue. That was it's a every time been a positioning issue.
Oh, it has.
Yeah.
The other option is if it is getting triggered by Alone in the Dark, I could stand closer to the melee or like sort of directly underneath him, so that gives you a little bit more room to spread out. If you guys want to try that.
Let me watch my replay real quick.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah, on that one, I don't know what happened. He did not have. That wasn't a taunting or a positioning issue. He just went from full to dead in about 0.3 seconds. So I think we're doing everything fine. I'm not sure what caused the huge damage spike, but there wasn't a technical issue there.
Super fun. Let's do one more attempt.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come then. We will trade pain for gain.
Again. That's it.
I just got teleported up to the Coven.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I'm up here with Coven and they're attacking me.
4, 3, 2,
Great.
1.
I can look down to the floor and watch you guys die.
Hey.
3, 2, 1.
We're going to just call it here for the night. Because something's screwy.
But it was doing him both times. That was weird.
Yeah. Still, good job, everyone. We got Kingaroth. There's a very good chance we're going to pick this up right here on Sunday. Thank you, everyone.
Reddit says Sidewinders. Sidewinders can pull Coven.
So I have to respec in order to avoid this bug.
I bet it also applies to Starfall.
Yep, Starfall.
Great. I wouldn't be surprised if Barrage also did it, because why not?
That is so weird.
So, do you know if we're definitely doing that? I don't know if I need a pug.
So it's going to be... you can pug. You mean for normal?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can
Yeah.
get the token.
Yeah, let's for now plan on not doing normal this week. There's a chance that if we don't have a good makeup on Sunday, we might go do normal, but let's plan on that. And Salvation, or do you know if the reverse is true? So if we're pulling Coven, will Sidewinders hit Varimathras? Because maybe we'll just hit Coven
Yeah.
first on Sunday.
It's saying, yep, on the battle.net forums. Yep, same thing.
Great. Love a good encounter.
I don't see a blue response either.
It's all submit a bug report.
Yeah, yeah. That is so weird.
Sorry about that, Salvation. That's real dumb.